And then we'll talk about solution. As I have told you, solution is nothing but the homogeneous mixture. And good example is you have water, you add sugar to it, you mix it well, you get sugar solution. And once the sugar get completely mixed, we get sugar solution. It is uniform throughout. Now at this point, if you take sample from upper side or from the bottom side of this beaker, you always will get the same composition throughout. So I can say that the solutions are homogeneously mixture of two or more substances. And example is sugar solution, example is salt solution. So I hope by seeing these examples, the question is clear to you. What is the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture? What type of solution is a mixture? So solution is always a homogeneous mixture. Now we'll talk about solution. As I've told you again and again what solution is. So solution is a homogeneous mixture. Now what are the characteristics of solution? Let us discuss. So generally in some books you can find solution written as true solution. Solution को कई बार हम true solution भी कहते हैं. What does it mean? It consists of generally two components. And the component which is present in small amount we call it as solute. And one which is present in large amount we call it as solvent. Like आपने पानी लिया उसमें नमक डाला. So salt which is present in lesser amount we call it as solute, and the water which is present in larger amount we call it as solvent. So in salt in water, salt is solute, water is solvent. Sugar in water, sugar is solute, water is solvent. So these are certain examples. Let us discuss few more examples. Sugar solution, I have told you, sugar is solute and water is solvent. When we talk about tincture of iodine, what is this tincture of iodine? It is one of the very good medicine used as an antiseptic by doctors. लाल दवाई के नाम से भी आप जानते हैं. चोट लग जाती है, डॉक्टर लाल दवाई लगाते हैं. That liquid is nothing but tincture of iodine. What is this tincture of iodine? The solute is iodine which is in solid form, and it is mixed with alcohol which is in liquid form. So by mixing these two we get a uniform solution or true solution. We call it as tincture of iodine. So if I ask you what is the solvent present in tincture of iodine, I may say it is nothing but alcohol. Similarly, soda water. When we talk about soda water has carbon dioxide gas as the solute and water or flavored water as the liquid exist as solvent. So gas यहाँ पे CO2 gas यहाँ पे solute की तरह काम कर रही है because the composition, because the amount of CO2 is very less. Similarly, solvent water which is liquid, it acts as solvent. Another example is air consists of oxygen and nitrogen. So oxygen, the composition of oxygen is less and that of nitrogen is very much. So one which is in large amount is considered as solvent. तो अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं यहाँ solute कौन है और solvent कौन है, बिल्कुल clear है. जिसकी percentage कम है वो solute है, and one which is having higher percentage is solvent. Let us move further and discuss about alloys. What are alloys? I say that alloy is again a homogeneous mixture, but it consists of two or more metals or sometimes a non-metal and a metal. But they cannot be physically separated into their metals back. Suppose I am talking about the brass, I am talking about bronze, all these are examples of alloys. So alloy is nothing but a homogeneous mixture. I can say that alloy is a solution, true solution consists of two solids, metal or non-metal or two metals or one metal and one non-metal. For example, brass is a mixture of approximately 30% zinc and 70% copper. So बच्चों, my question is which one is solute here and which one is solvent? Yes, it is clear from the composition. जिसका composition कम है वो क्या होगा? Solute होगा, और जिसका composition ज़्यादा है वो होगा solvent. So here in this case we can say that since zinc is only 30%, so it is solute, and copper is 70%, so it is solvent. Let us move further and discuss few more properties of solution. So solution, an example is sugar solution, example is copper sulfate in water, example is salt in water. It is always a homogeneous, as I have told you number of times. The particles of solution is very small. कितने छोटे हैं? 1 nanometer से भी छोटे हैं. अब आप पूछेंगे 1 नैनोमीटर क्या होता है? 1 नैनोमीटर इज इक्वल्स टू 10⁻⁹ मीटर। इतने छोटे, यानी उस पार्टिकल साइज का डायामीटर 1 नैनोमीटर से भी छोटा है. सो पार्टिकल्स आर वेरी वेरी स्मॉल so that they can easily go in between the space of the solvent, and that is the property of solution. Particles बहुत छोटे होते हैं. Then these particles cannot be seen by naked eyes. अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं क्यों हम इन particles को नहीं देख पाते, तो आपका आंसर होगा मैडम इनके particles बहुत छोटे हैं. So since the particles are very small and thus we cannot see these particles by naked eye. Similarly, they do not scatter any beam of light passing through a solution. क्योंकि particles तो space में चले गए, particles solvent के बीच में जो present space है उसमें चले गए. So when you pass a beam of light, कोई change नहीं होगा, because this beam of light will not strike with any of the particle. उसके रास्ते में कोई पार्टिकल नहीं आ रहा, इसलिए बीम ऑफ लाइट हमने पास की और वो सीधे चली गई, कोई स्कैटरिंग नहीं हुई. स्कैटरिंग मतलब अलग अलग फैल जाना, टकराना और रास्ता चेंज कर लेना. सो दैट देयर इज नो स्कैटरिंग टेक्स प्लेस. रीजन बीइंग पार्टिकल साइज इज वेरी स्मॉल. द पाथ ऑफ लाइट इज नॉट विजिबल इन अ सोल्यूशन. हमने पास की और लाइट हमें दिखाई नहीं दी क्योंकि लाइट ऐसा चली गई. The solute particles cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. Simple filtration से हम separate नहीं कर सकते. आपने filtration process लगाया, apparatus लगाया, and then you add salt in water solution through this filter paper. क्या आपको filter paper पे कुछ मिलेगा? कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा, because that solution is uniform and clear. वो सीधे नीचे आ जाएगा and nothing residue has been left on the filter paper. So we can say that the solute particles cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. And thus it is a stable solution. हमने पानी में नमक मिला दिया, वो पानी में नमक मिला रहेगा, ऐसा नहीं थोड़ी देर में नमक नीचे बैठ जाएगा. It will remain in water and thus I can say a true solution is always a stable solution. Solution ही बना रहेगा, वो किसी और चीज में convert नहीं होगा, and thus it is a stable solution. Now we'll talk about another important term, concentration of solution. और concentration क्यों discuss कर रहे हैं? Suppose आपके पास 2 ग्लास पानी है. You have 1 glass water and add 1 tablespoonful of salt into it, and another glass, second glass, you add 2 tablespoonful of salt in it. Both are true solution, but both are different because the amount of solute in both the glasses are different. And here comes the term concentration. So concentration का मतलब क्या है? Amount of solute की बात करना. When we talk about the amount of solute, we say it as concentration terms. So किस form में हम बात करते हैं? Let us discuss. So concentration of solution is amount of solute present in given amount of solution. कैसे? If I am saying dilute solution means when the amount of solute is very less. And another is concentrated solution when the amount of solute is very high. So as I have taken 2 examples, one glass 1 in which only 1 tablespoonful of salt is there, and glass 2 in which 2 tablespoonful of salt is there. So which one is dilute? जिसमें salt कम है. Salt किसमें कम है? Glass 1 में. So dilute means which has less amount of solute, and concentrated means which has more amount of solute. So when the amount of solute is very high, we call it as concentrated solution. Similarly, saturated. आपने एक ग्लास पानी लिया, 1 चम्मच चीनी डाली, you add 1 more spoonful of sugar, add 1 more spoonful of sugar, stir it. क्या होगा? घुलती जाएगी, घुलती जाएगी. But you keep on adding. आप डालते जा रहे हैं शुगर उसमें. क्या होगा? एक टाइम बाद वो घुलनी बंद हो जाएगी. It stops dissolving and it starts settling down at the bottom. वो नीचे बैठ जाएगी. What is this solution known as? We call this solution as saturated solution. कि उस solution की saturation stage आ गई है and now we cannot mix more solute to it. उससे ज़्यादा हम sugar add नहीं कर सकते, वो dissolve नहीं हो पाएगी. अगर हम add करेंगे वो नीचे बैठ जाएगी. So when no more solute can be dissolved in a solution at a particular temperature, we call that solution as saturated solution. So saturated solution clear है. But when you can add and dissolve that substance, जब तक add हो रहा है तब तक हम उस solution को कहेंगे unsaturated. It means कि अगर saturation stage नहीं आई है, उससे पहले वाली सारी stage क्या कहलाएगी? Unsaturated solution. So now what is unsaturated solution? When the amount of solute contained in a solution is less than the saturation level. That means when we add और वो dissolve हो रही है, हमने और add की वो और dissolve हो रही है, तो जब तक वो dissolve हो रही है तब तक वो unsaturated है. The moment till it stops dissolving, we call it as saturated solution. Now let us perform another activity. Take 50 ml of water in 2 separate beakers, add salt in one beaker, add sugar in another beaker. You can take barium chloride also and mix it well. On continuous stirring, we observe that keep on adding, we observe that no more solute can be dissolved. जब वो solute dissolve होने बंद हो जाए, उस temperature को note करें. And now we increase the temperature just by heating and increase कर दें उसे around 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस तक. So आपने दोनों बीकर लिए, आपने क्या किया? 2 बीकर लिए 50 ml कैपेसिटी के, एक में सॉल्ट डाला, एक में शुगर डाला, डालते गए जब तक वो मिक्स होना बंद नहीं हुआ. जिस टेम्परेचर पे वो मिक्स होना बंद हुआ उस टेम्परेचर को नोट कर लें. And now increase the temperature by 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस and see that क्या और सोल्यूट उसमें डिसॉल्व हो रहा है या नहीं. And then if you start adding the solute again, you will observe that the solute start getting dissolved into it. It shows that just by increasing the temperature, we can increase its solubility also. जैसे अभी मैंने चीनी वाला एग्जाम्पल दिया. यू हैव एडेड शुगर इन वाटर, कीप ऑन एडिंग. एक स्टेज आई जिसे हमने सैचुरेशन स्टेज कहा, जिसमें शुगर डिसॉल्व होनी बंद हो गई. एट दैट स्टेज हम बात कर रहे हैं शुगर डिसॉल्व होनी बंद हो गई. अब आपने अगर इसको हीट कर दिया, अगर आप शुगर सोल्यूशन को हीट करें, मम्मी से पूछना, चाशनी बन जाती है. एंड इट शोज दैट शुगर जो डिसॉल्व नहीं हो रही थी वो भी डिसॉल्व हो गई. सो इट शोज दैट विद इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर, व्हेन शुगर इज मिक्सड इनटू इट, द सॉल्युबिलिटी इंक्रीजेस. पहले से ज़्यादा शुगर उसमें डिसॉल्व हो जाएगी. एंड वी कॉल दैट सोल्यूशन एज सुपर सैचुरेटेड सोल्यूशन. सो टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने से सॉल्युबिलिटी बढ़ रही है और उस सोल्यूशन को हम क्या कह रहे हैं? सुपर सैचुरेटेड सोल्यूशन. सो हमने यहाँ सैचुरेटेड पढ़ा, हमने अनसैचुरेटेड पढ़ा, एंड वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट सुपर सैचुरेटेड सोल्यूशन. नाउ लेट अस डिस्कस सर्टेन गुड फॉर्मूला ऑफ finding the concentration term, as it is very important for your examination point of view. So generally we'll talk about two important concentration terms. When one is mass to mass percentage, what does it mean? It means that solute भी mass में लिया जाए, solution भी mass में लिया जाए. And when we'll take mass, when both the things are in solid substance. सॉलिड में आपको दिया हुआ है, ग्राम्स में आपको दिया हुआ है, वेट आपको ग्राम्स में दिया हुआ है, देन ओनली यू विल यूज दिस फॉर्मूला. मास ऑफ सोल्यूट डिवाइडेड बाय मास ऑफ सोल्यूशन मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 विल गेट द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ मास बाय मास परसेंटेज. सिमिलरली व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट मास बाय वॉल्यूम परसेंटेज, ऊपर मास लेंगे, नीचे वॉल्यूम लेंगे. हमेशा ध्यान रखें, ऊपर सोल्यूट नीचे सॉल्यूशन, ऊपर सोल्यूट नीचे सोल्यूशन. So when I talk about mass by mass percentage, mass of solute, mass of solution. But when I am talking about mass by volume, mass of solute but volume of solution, multiply by 100. Why? Because we are calculating the percentage. So these two are very important formula to find out the concentration term. And another one is, if I'll be having both as liquid, solute भी liquid है, solution भी liquid है. इसका मतलब like milk in water, alcohol in water, these are examples. Then in those cases we need to consider both volumes. और आप मुझे बताएं वॉल्यूम बाय वॉल्यूम क्या होगा? ऊपर भी वॉल्यूम आएगा, नीचे भी वॉल्यूम आएगा. ऊपर सोल्यूट, नीचे सोल्यूशन. So how can I write the formula? Volume of solute divided by volume of solution multiply by 100. So this is how we can calculate different concentration terms. Let us do this example. Question says a solution contains 45 gram of common salt in 325 gram water. कैलकुलेट द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन मास टू मास. मास बाय मास निकालना है तो पहले आप फॉर्मूला लिखेंगे. फॉर्मूला क्या लिखेंगे? मास ऑफ सोल्यूट डिवाइडेड बाय मास ऑफ सोल्यूशन मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100. व्हाट हैज़ बीन गिवन टू अस? क्या हमें मास ऑफ सोल्यूट गिवन है? यस, 45 ग्राम. डू वी नो द मास ऑफ सोल्यूशन? नो, वी नो द मास ऑफ सॉल्वेंट. मास ऑफ सोल्यूशन कैसे निकालेंगे? बाय एडिंग सोल्यूट प्लस सॉल्वेंट. एक सोल्यूशन में दो ही चीजें मिक्स है, सोल्यूट और सॉल्वेंट. व्हेन वी ऐड दीज टू वी गेट सोल्यूशन. सो सोल्यूशन का मास कैसे निकालेंगे? जस्ट बाय एडिंग द मास ऑफ सोल्यूट एंड सॉल्वेंट वी गेट द मास ऑफ सोल्यूशन. नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज, आपको सिर्फ फॉर्मूले में वैल्यू पुट करनी है. We know the formula, mass by mass percentage is mass of solute divided by mass of solution multiplied by 100, and by putting the values we'll get the answer as 12.16%. So if you know the formula, if you know the question given to it, क्या क्या चीज़ें आपको given है, आपको ये समझ में आ गया तो it is very easy to find it out. Clear?